Welcome to the rinks in Hauppauge for an exciting matchup on Friday night in the Suffolk County School Hockey League. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jack Ziskin. Tonight, it's Goliath versus Goliath. Smithtown Hauppauge JV Red taking on St. Anthony's JV Black. When these two teams last faced, it was a 3-2 win for St. Anthony's. It's the only loss Smithtown has this season. And tonight, we get a repeat and encore between these two squads. We'll get you the start as soon as we have them. Nicholas Serpico for Smithtown Hauppauge. Brandon Husber for the Friars. Face off at center. Face off controlled by Smithtown Hauppauge, and we're underway. Looking for revenge. They're currently just having a few less bodies. Friars, that puck comes out of the zone towards Daniel Munch. Friars throw it back in. Head coach Keith Rance's squad taking on George Ablanitis and Joshua Diblanda tonight. Friars regrouping. They turn it over. Right back in neutral. Coming in one-on-one. Back check takes that away. Bit of a collision along the board. No call. Good no call, I should say, as the Bulls enter. That was Joseph Posarina, the leading for the Bulls and leading scorer in this game here tonight. Posarina third in scoring, tied with Colin Inga, actually, I should say, for second. 13 goals, 9 assists on the season. Friars chipping it in. A slow start. Both teams feeling each other out. The last time the two teams faced, it went to overtime, and Liam Healy scored the game winner, assisted by Nicholas Lawler. These two teams jockeying at the top of the standings to secure the number one seed in what promises to be a thrilling playoffs. 13:05 remaining as the Friars looking to get to work, working it around the zone. Unable to settle that one down. The Bulls get a zone exit. No icing on the play as St. Anthony's elected to play the body, not the puck at the blue line. Looking for the zone exit. Play is broken up by Smithtown Hauppauge. Sent towards the front. On the cycle was Anderson. To Krakow, back to Anderson. Break that one up. And at the blue line, Brennan Parker stands his ground, fire back in. Bulls check up, Friars regroup. Moving this one up the wall. Pass. Friars in black and gold here tonight. Bulls in white, blue and red. The Bulls will be moving left to right this period. The Friars right to left as that stretch pass across its intended target. All the way down. No icing on the play. 12:06 remaining. Puck comes out towards the point. Parker can't hold it in. Friars get the zone exit. The attack was Leno. Bulls get the zone exit now. And it's a one-on-one. Back check breaks that play up. Bulls get a chance, but can't get the shot off. Friars trying to force it up the near side wall. Puck is pinned right in front of the Friars bench. Does not leave the zone. It is chipped back in by Pardini initially and then exit. Joseph still will chase after it. In the corner was Rosito. He moved it across. Bulls get the zone exit. Skating into it now. Walking in. Shot was blocked. Friars will regroup. Up the wall, out of the zone, off the stick of Healy. Bulls chip it back in, out of play. So we get a whistle and a stoppage. 11:01 remaining in this first period. Friars' only loss of the season came back on November 12th, a 7-1 throttling by East Islip that took most of the league by surprise. Faceoff came just outside the Bulls zone, and they control. Moserino, his pass and skates to target. It's a back shot. That one sails over the glove and the net. Hauppauge. Munch breaking up a play in the corner, now moving it up the wall, and oh, thunderous hit. Legal, but we now get a whistle for an injured player. Munch is down, 35 remaining. Didn't see an arm up on the play. We'll see if that changes. The contact came legally very far away from the boards, so when Munch got hit, he ended up getting thrown into the boards, but it wasn't along the end boards, it was along the wall. So as of now, no call on the play. We'll see if that changes. Don't believe it will, but we see those hits all the time in the NHL where you see a player further away from the bench, and you can now be able to see Munch getting back to his feet, heading to the bench under his own power. So maybe not under his own power, but nonetheless. So the faceoff will come outside the Friar zone. They had possession when the whistle was blown. Officials have the ability to blow the whistle if an injured player is down. And when it looks as serious as that, they typically tend to take advantage of it. Patrick Darby chipping it in, chasing. Ends up carrying it and handing it off at the blue line. Into the corner, sent towards the front of the net. Whistle, and it's covered. Again, Nicholas Serpico between the pipes here tonight for the Bulls. 4-0-1 on the season. Overtime loss. 2 shutouts. 119 PAA. Face off one back by the Friars. Puck comes up, but not out of the zone on the attempted clear. Bulls skip past the stick of Buscarino into the opposite corner. Friars whipping it around the wall. Lawler towards the front. Doesn't make it there. Towards the slot. That pass off a backhand, and the Bulls out of the zone. Onto back checker. Looking to take that away as they enter off sides. Just Nicholas Avalonitis trying to pull up, walk the line, and Krakow blew right past it. Nicholas's older brother John plays for the varsity team. His father, the head coach here tonight. Normally the Bulls head coach listed as Ethan Bohm. No Bohm tonight. Faceoff is won by the Bulls. They'll fire it into the zone. Friars regrouping. Ladling that one out on the backhand. It'll go drifting towards the blue line, but not enough on it to reach. So Brennan Parker to Krakow. Off the wall, Bulls enter. And that one's taken off the stick of Nicholas Avalon. This is Skeevster, just like his older brother. Bulls, Krakow. Shot on net, turned aside, not much on it, but was kind of handcuffed there. Made the best out of the opportunity, and Hauppauge with the stop. Moserino tied for second in points in 14 goals this year for the Bulls. It's the leading scorer to watch tonight. Ryan Anderson also in the top 5 in scoring in this JV level. Leading point getter for the Friars is Andrew Savallo, 17 on the season, as that one is fired wide of the net. Savallo's only 3 goals, though, 14 assists, so been more of a playmaker for this squad. Friars up and out. Center. The outside towards the slot. It's deflected to the point of shot. That one punched out by Serpico. Friars trying to group. The shot came off the stick. Aldino puck is now out of the zone. Friars reaping. Stretch pass goes all the way down. Icing is the call as Paladino fired off recently, ends up sending it the length of the sheet. 8:19 remaining. Faceoff will come to the left of Hauppauge. Jack Ziskin and my amazing producer, Rowan Laddick, with you on the LI Sports Network. Don't forget to follow at LI Sports Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We had a TikTok once, then TikTok almost got banned, and we don't use it anymore. We're on there if you want to follow us, but you won't see anything. Face-off is won by Caden Dorian, and the shot was turned aside by Hauppauge. Good pinch for the Bulls. Is held in for now. Friars will reverse. Up the wall. Held in, though, by Losito. Battle for possession. Whistle. Hand pass is the call. Face-off will come just outside the Friar zone. Again, Bulls in white with the blue trim. Moving right to left this period. They are the home team for tonight's matchups. They get last change. Friars enter the zone, lose possession. They'll regain control. Pass across the slot. Bulls recover. Zone exit and lead pass. Smithtown Hauppauge enters. Sent towards the front, and that shot won't go. Trying to connect the streaking. Bulls forward, and then a bit of a collision there along the wall. Puck comes out of the zone. Get a whistle and a stoppage. Two of the Krakow brothers, Connor and Krakow, on this Bulls roster to keep an eye out for here tonight. A lot of Bulls point getters, as well as for the Friars. Krakow 13 points farthest. Friars shot from the slot. That one redirected, ends up in the left corner. Anthony's on the cycle. Pass comes all the way across. Munch steps into one. That one turned aside. Circling, that pass goes all the way across the slot. Munch holds it in. Fired around the wall. Comes up. Held in. Circling the zone. Back to the point. Munch fakes. Dekes in. Looking for the shot. Finds it. That one goes wide as well. You get a whistle. Puck went out of play. Keith, head coach for this Friars squad. Jay Schefter, Mark Sandback, and Patrick Russo, the assistants. Back has held a number of different roles for this Friars organization over the years. As that shot from the point was turned aside also. Bulls now looking for a Hail Mary, and that pass was broken up. Intended for Christian Krakow. Puck recovered by the Friars. 2-on-1 developing. Play was broken up nicely. 6:16 remaining as that pass goes all the way across the slot. Now the Bulls have a 2-on-1 opportunity of their own. Krakow with speed across. And that pass behind its intended target. Regrouping. Held in at the line by Losito. He fires towards the front. Krakow tried to go through the legs. Rebound attempt turned aside by Hauppauge. We get a whistle and a stoppage. A lot of open ice. Bulls couldn't find the back of the net. Worth mentioning, if assistant coach, Friars assistant coach Mark Sandback also has a trophy named after him, believe it or not. It's the Superior Hockey League. That's their men's league. So while it sounds a little silly, that's also the league that when Matthew Coronado, Shane Pinto back home, when James Hagan comes back home over the summer, they all play in that league. That shot turned aside. Puck is beneath the goal line. Friars looking up. Play is broken up. Bulls resetting in the corner. Pass towards the slot. Deflected rebound. Puck is loose. Friars recover. Into the zone play is broken up. Stick lifted. It's going to be called trip. So, bit of incidental contact there, and that'll give the Friars a chance on the power play. Neither team have that much success, on special teams this year. Just 2 power play goals for the Friars and 4 for the Bulls, roughly, is the penalty to Jacob Porcione. 2 minutes for hooking. Bulls get a clear off the draw. Friars will regroup in their end. Attempted clear is broken up by the Bulls. Second time is the charm. A good start to this kill, and the Friars will regroup. Chip and chase. Bulls. Oh, a blown tire in the corner, and that gives the Bulls a chance to clear. They do not, but second attempt sent the length of the sheet. Dorian, the forechecker for the Bulls, forcing Munch back. 50 seconds have elapsed on this power play. Pass off the back of the net, and now pushing up ice to the outside. Looking to cut back in. Goes through the legs of the defender. Fires a shot. That goes off its mark and then cleared down by Caden Dorian. His older brother was a goaltender racing for this Smithtown Hauppauge JV team a couple years back. Friars now re-enter. Carrying to the outside. Up to the point, fired back towards the net. Second attempt towards the back door, spinning, firing, and that one never made it on net. 23 seconds now on the hooking penalty. Friars fakes the shot to the outside. Escape turn to the point. Wrist shot. That one's gloved. 11 seconds remaining. Face-off is won by the Friars. Bulls force it free, get it out of the zone. Mason Dory, now a goaltender actually for Connect-Quad Sayville's varsity team, went through the draft process. Bulls have killed off the penalty. 3 minutes remaining in this first period. Backhand pass from the save by Hauppauge. Rebound, turned aside, and they score! Friars cannot stop. Bulls after the kill, after the power play, excuse me, and just like that, the Bulls make it 1-0. Opportunity knocks, but Ryan Buscarino scores for the Bulls after the Friars can't find the back net. Christian Krekow and Nicholas Avlanitis pick up assists. 4 for the year for Buscarino. Now has 4 goals in 10 games, 8 points. Face-off is won by the Friars. They carry it forward. Force set. Battle along the boards. Bulls now entering along the wall, backhanded towards the front. Can't get it on goal. Last time these two teams faced was a 3-2 win for the Friars. Bulls looking to avenge that loss in a rivalry that typically ends in the JV finals. fairly consistently over the last 4 years. We've seen back-to-back varsity championships between the Friars and the Bulls. Bulls took round 1, Friars took round 2. They have won 3 of the last 4 at that level. Haven't been successful at the JV level. Bulls reigning champs for 3 years running now. .120 remaining. Turnover, Friars, backhand shot, not much on it. Serpico will cover that one up. Baseline will come to the left of Serpico. It is controlled by the Friars, but the Bulls recover. Zone exit. Puck is not controlled by the Bulls. They recover, flip it ahead, and Munch with chase has Dorian on his tail. 50 seconds remaining now. Bulls forcing a turnover. Arena, that pass was broken up. Recovered. Krakow, that pass broken up by a diving Munch. And now looking up, and now chip pass, Losito. 2-on-1 taken away by the back check as that shot is stopped. Gloved but not grasped by Serpico. Now Munch steps into one. He fires it wide. Had some daylight on the near side of the cage. 21 seconds to go. Friars circling. Looking to even this one up before the end of the first. Forcing a turnover, though, is Losito. Backhands that one out of the zone. Bulls have numbers, very unable to do so. Dorian's the outside backhand shot. Lifted wide, and that'll do it for the first period. After one, it's 1-0. Hauppauge. You're watching Suffolk County High School Hockey League action in the JV division on the LI Sports Network. Don't forget to follow us at LI Sports Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and I'll give you about a minute to do that while we take a break for the first intermission. We come back, second period hockey coming up next. Welcome back for the start of second period action when these two teams last faced. Connor and Christian Krakow both found the back of the net for the Bulls in regulation, but it was the Friars that came away with the win. Giacoppi helping to force overtime in that one and scoring the go-ahead win. Krakow forced overtime, excuse me. Also saw a goal from Anthony Aspromonte in that one and went right down to the wire. Like we said earlier in the broadcast, Liam Healy with the game winner in that one. But tonight, the only goal belongs to the Bulls, and it belongs to Buscarino. Christian Krakow with an assist. Nicholas Avalonitis with an assist off the ensuing draw for the second period. Friars control. Bulls force a turnover, cough it up. St. Anthony's re-entered. Friars regrouping now. Puck comes up but not out of zone. Good keep by Munch. Shot from the outside. They score! An off-angle shot. And that's all it takes. You miss 100% of the shots, you don't take. And the Friars leading the line was the captain. That's Nicholas Lawler. his 7th of the season for the Friars. The goal assisted by Daniel Munch and Ty Schmick. Off the ensuing draw. Friars with possession, racing up ice. One-on-one, forced to the outside. Play will continue. Nice chance there for Liam Healy with some helium. Puck now comes to the point. Friars holding it in. It was Schmeichus that time. Puck comes back out to the point. Munch walking in. Goal cover. Flip it up and out. Here's a chance. Shot, and that one goes wide, held in at the point. Bardini couldn't hold the line. Friars got the exit, but Munch had it poked away by Atlanitis. Chipped back in. 13:40 remaining in the second period, excuse me. Friars have the equalizer. Bardini, his shot, well wide of Ujbar's net. Comes out to the point, held in again by Kircher. It comes all the way around the wall, and Bardini backhands that one ahead. Try and send that one towards the net and get it. Now off the wall, Kircher walking in right wing half. Well, that shot also partially blocked. Second attempt doesn't make its way on net. Corsillo for the Bulls, trying to force it free, but Schmeichus helped get it up, but not out of the zone. Kircher pinched in. That one takes a bounce off the boot of a Friars forward and then comes out of the zone, and lead pass for Costa, unable to enter initially. They get it the second time. Shot towards the front by Pete Meyer. Nobody waiting there for the Bulls, so St. Anthony's gets the exit. 2-on-1 now developing, but play is broken up nicely by Kircher. Does a nice job evading one man, doesn't evade the, but St. Anthony's unable to recover the puck, and a pass intended for Meyer broken up by a pinching Munch. Bulls recover. Meyer up, turning it over. Friars walk in. Shot turned aside by Serpico. Batted down. It's a high stick. Friars don't play, and then a backhand shot going just wide of the goal. Bulls played the puck before Munch touched it. That one's fired out of the zone. It will go all the way down, but that will be icing, and with 12:4 remaining, the Friars have the Bulls on their heels in this second stanza. Second of 3 games for tonight on the LI Sports Network. Face off left of Serpico. Bulls win it. Bardini around the wall. His pair had the ice tilted in the Bulls' favor, now charged with getting it out of their zone after being hemmed in. Thrown across the slot. Losito chases after it. It's held in on the backhand for the Friars. Connor Krakow leads Dorian. Pass to the front. Back shot turned aside by Hujber. Somehow that pass made its way through, and somehow he made the stop. Friars looking for his own exit. They don't the first time, they do the second. The lead pass comes all the way across. Bulls just flip it out of the zone. Good defensive play, but Friars now regrouping. Bulls recover it. Bardini wanted the give and go with Krakow, but it didn't go, so he'll just chip it in. St. Anthony's recovering as they get the zone exit. And that one from Giacopi, who races ahead, leaves it for Darby. It's scooped up and out of the zone on the backhand. Bulls can't maintain possession, so Ryan Winter moves it ahead and then thrown wide of Serpico's net. He actually might have gotten a piece of that one, but it was going wide. St. Anthony's percolating here in the second period. That one attempted clear shot towards the net, ends up going off the end boards. Bulls into neutral. Pass was deflected. Connor Krakow gets a piece of it, forcing it in. absorbing some contact there and almost got a piece of it on the exit pass. Thrown off the wall, too far ahead of its intended target, Ryan Buscarino, who now joins the forecheck. 10 minutes remaining in this second period. It's all Friars all the time, as racing ahead was Trezera, who had it taken away. Puck still in the Bulls zone. It leaves, but Friars fire it right back in. They'll check up, get back to work. Bulls re-entering. Got off the pad of Hauppauge. Working this one around the wall. Krakow. Past the point. Slid across D to D. That one thrown towards the back door. It was a pass, not a shot. It missed net and its intended target. Krakow has an assist here tonight. Moved it to Busk. Goal scorer for the Bulls. Pinned along the wall, right wing corner, and that's going to be a penalty against Krakow. Delayed penalty, so Hauppauge has to head to the bench and does so slowly. Darby lost it on the entry. Friars repossession, and we now get a whistle and a stop. 8:54 remaining in the second period. Things go from bad to worse for George Avlanitis' squad. Minutes on the clock. Penalty to Krakow for roughing. Face-off is to the right, as I said, of Serpico. One is our score. Penalty for roughing as that shot turned aside off the glove. Trickles just wide of the goal. Off the glass, out of the zone. A timely clear for the Bulls. Munch will race after it. Gets it from Hauppauge. Now heading up ice. Friars enter to the side. Circling the zone. Getting into the umbrella. The right wing dot shot from Lawler, and that's an easy stop for Serpico. Face-off is tied up. Bulls win it. Fire it all the way down. Eight minutes remaining in this second period. Bulls on the forecheck, creating havoc for the Friars power play. Another timely play, this time by Buscarino. He'll forecheck. Keeps the Friars in their own zone. Eats another 10 seconds plus off the clock. Lawler will enter. Looking towards the slot for streaking. Giacoppi unable to connect. Puck comes up but not out of the zone. Munch now under pressure. Defense Bulls breaks that one up, and now they head the other way, 2-on-2. Vercher moved it along. Avlanitis escorts it to the outside, and now Friars up the wall. Dying seconds of this power plays the Bulls stepping up to break that one up initially. Puck comes to Healy. 15 seconds now remaining. Bulls up. And all the way down. Buscarino goes for the change. Friars with possession. Darby enters. To the right as he loses possession. Wants to move it to Lawler. Ends up going out of the zone. We are back to 5-on-5. Nearly a delayed off. Well, it is a delayed offside, but Avlanitis nearly went offsides intentionally. Does a good job avoiding that. Pass comes across. He loses it. Gets it back as Darby. He skates in. Beneath the goal line. Circling. Pass is deflected, makes its way to its intended target. Happy threw it in, and that was thrown across the slot. Bulls looking for the clear now. They get it. Friars will reset. They put it in, delayed offsides. Bulls trying to race back out was Post Arena, and Darby got it back. He's taken down, loses possession of the puck. Bulls, second chance. Bircher dangling. Ends up walking in. The outside towards the slot. That pass was broken up. Post Arena recovers. Wanted the back door. That pass was deflected as well. Dorian throws it in. Blocked right in front. Friars, backhand clear. Comes to the forward, skin backwards. Post Arena, who headmanned it. Bulls on the forecheck. Connor Krekow. Forced pass up the wall. Dorian elects not to push it. Nearly benefits as Krekow pickpocket him. The penalty has expired, as we mentioned, and we've returned to 5-on-5. Friars 2-on-1. That pass across misses his intended target. Serpico was ready for it, and Giacoppi unable to settle it in that right corner. Friars in black and gold, moving from left to right this period. Bulls in white, blue, and red, and now here's a chance. Pulling up was none other than Joseph Costa, but unable to make anything happen after the first move. Bulls have checked up off the delayed offsides. Peyton Meyer will forecheck. Along the end, he battled for it. Friars win it. Corsione's support comes a little too late as St. Anthony's able to get that zone exit. Pulling up, shot on goal. Came from Trezera. Friars unable to pounce on the rebound. Bulls get it, but then turned over to Giacoppi. Bulls up out of the zone. Friars moving left to right. Dumped in by Gianluca Trezera. He battles for it in the corner. Trezera looking towards the slot and firing an off-angle shot. That's turned aside by Serpico. Doesn't fall for the same trick twice. Bulls up. Meyer out. Carrying it in. Costa trying to go through the defender's skates, but hard to do that at this level, and the Bulls forward is no exception this time. St. Anthony's exit across the red line, fires it in. Wide of Serpico's net on the dump. Paradini. Pass ends up to Peter Meyer. He recovers it. Can't get it. Oh, no, that's the late offsides. Arm comes up as Leno entered. You get a whistle. Face will come outside the Bulls zone. Right wing side of your screen. Tied up and one forward initially by Friars. Bulls defense recovers, and now backhanding that one out of the zone. Buscarino slipped past his intended target. So did he, but then has it taken away. Off the wall into the corner, and now Munch collects, holding it in. Dangles. Pass to the weak side, intercepted. Recovered by Munch. Spins away, backhands it ahead for Aspromonte. Off the wall. Bulls stretch pass intercepted. Friars waiting to check up and then chip it in. Collected by Kircher. Carried out by Nicholas Avalonitis. The backhand towards the slot. Pass across. Made its way through, but the shot didn't. 2:25 now remaining in this second period. Score is 1-1. Bulls have settled into the period. Held in. Fires. That one's loved by Husber. Face-off is won by the Bulls. Backhand between the legs shot is turned aside. Bulls to the back door. Passes unable to connect, and Friars got it out. Now re-entering the Bulls zone. St. Anthony's will reset. Whistle for offsides. Hubert and Serpico dueling here tonight. A 1-1 hockey game. And these two teams both averaging over 5 goals a game. St. Anthony's 5.3, Smithtown Hauppauge 6.2. So they're no stranger scoring, but they both average under 2 goals against the game. Face off one to Darby. Tries to dangle towards center. That's when he loses it. Turned over in neutral. Alter. Happy to put that one in. Now it's put on net for Serpico, and we get a whistle. Face off to his right, 1:28 remaining. Face off is controlled by the Bulls. They exit 2-on-2. Got from the outside, deflected. Darby looking to lead that one up the wall, and puck eventually comes out of the zone, but will the Friars maintain possession? No. Big hit along the wall. Darby will carry it in now. Fires a shot that's kicked out by Serpico, picked up by Losito. Now the puck in neutral. Krakow came in 1-on-1, but lost it. 45 seconds now remaining in the second period. Deadlocked at 1-1. Pass offsides. Giacoppi jumped the gun looking for the Hail Mary. Heads all the way down for intentional offsides. 40.6 seconds remaining. Now the faceoff comes just outside the Friar, or excuse me, outside the Friar zone. Right wing side. It's one. Kircher tips it in. 33 seconds remaining. Friars, 2-on-1. Here they come. Pass across. Shot won't go, and a golden opportunity for Rainey, but it just slipped through his fingertips. Kircher, 2-on-2 to the outside. Had it poked away. Bulls trying to hold it in. It was Costa. Friars get it out. One last chance. Play is broken up. The puck is held in. Fire towards the net by Rainey. Poked that, but we get a whistle. And some extracurriculars here at the rinks in Hauppauge. 3.66 remaining in a second period, and then we will head to the third, presumably still tied at 1. There is enough time for something to happen. Now it looks like the faceoff will head all the way down. A call on the ice, and that will go against Robert Leno. So his penalty for slashing with 3.6 seconds remaining will put his team on the kill, and a costly penalty gives the Bulls a chance. And Smithtown Hauppauge looks like they're sending. Are they sending 6? Did they pull their netminder? Or they? Nope. It looks like they just have an extra guy on the ice. Oh, nope, no, they've pulled their netminder. So Serpico to the bench, empty net, 3.6 seconds. Bulls looking for an opportunity here. Faceoff is tied up, one back, and that'll do it. Hubert touched it, and with 1:57 remaining on the kill, he heads third after this intermission on the LI Sports Network. We head to the third period on the LI Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. The long change in the second. Friars score early, dominate for the first few minutes, but a power play gone awry, and now a penalty late in the period to Robert Lano. On the opening draw, the Friars win it, dump it all the way down, and just like that, the final 15 minutes of regulation begins. Avalonitis inches up ice. That pass well off its mark and fired all the way down. Good job on that one for SCHMICHS. Friars on the forecheck, win it. Backhand chance, and that one broken up. Dorian up the wall. SCHMICHS intercepts it back in towards the slot. Another shot, and that one wide of Serpico's net. Dorian has to reset. Now pass comes to Connor Krakow. He enters. Dumps it in. His brother Christian will chase. Gets tied up with SCHMICHS. Now thrown up and out of the zone. A good clear on the kill. A minute remaining on the power play, but it hasn't felt like one for the Bulls. 14 minutes. Under 14 minutes now remain in the period as that one's just flipped towards center. Bulls narrowly enter. They do a good job staying onside. The puck crosses the line. Krakow cross back over, and we get a whistle and a stoppage. Friars player down in the right wing corner. Bulls in white, blue and red trim. Moving left to right this period. Friars in black and gold. Moving right to left. .40 remaining. We'll take a quick break here and be right back after this. Face off came to the right of Bear. Tied up and flipped up and out of the zone. Bulls will have to chase. Trouble in the face-off dot for Smithtown Hauppauge. Spells St. Anthony's this time. Under 30 seconds to go on the power play. Kircher walks in. Splits the defense. Walks it. Shot! Turned aside by Hubert. Thrown up and out of the zone. And the Bulls once again chasing the puck down. Osarina. His pass deflected offsides. Is that one? But again, a nice job this time by the Friars of letting that puck go off your stick. And now another chance. Posarina wanted to find Costa. Couldn't. Kerr holds it in. Walks the line. His shot off the paddle of Hubert. Costa holding this one in. The penalty has expired. Back to 5-on-5. And it's turned over near the blue line. Friars 3-on-2. Giacopi, no. Change. Breaks that one up 2-on-1. Shot! Turned aside by Serpico. It's loose. It's covered. 12:20 remaining in this third period. This one's going down to the wire just like it did the first time. A goaltending duel. Hubert versus Serpico. Who will blink first? Time one down in regulation. 28 remaining now. After that, we will go to overtime. Shot from the point. Ends up being blocked. Bulls ice it. 12-16 now. Face-off tied up and eventually won by the Bulls. Puck comes out, up and out of the zone, chasing after it. Smithtown Hauppauge. Avalonitis towards the front. His pass is intercepted, thrown out of the zone. Chased down. A chance, breakaway. Giacoppi doesn't get a shot off. Not sure if that got poked. Friars trying to reset. Puck comes out of the zone. Skipped away from Palladino off the wall. He collects it now and moves it up. Bulls on the chase. This time they win the race. D to D. And now out of the zone. But a turnover force. Friars will chip it back in. They'll go for a partial change as the rest of their lineup gets out there. On the forecheck. Bardini nearly had it taken away the first time. Second time. No, and then off a boot towards the slot. Bulls escape. Pushed up and into the zone by Buscarino. Christian Krekow now chasing. Versing was Welter. Friars push up ice. Blown tire in the center of the zone. Bulls. Christian Krekow tied up. And an absolute... We're going to see if that player's actually down or if that was a Oscar-worthy performance, and it looks like it might have been the latter. Not going to... Whoa! Whoa! And some pointing, some gamemanship by Parker, who looks like he's now going to head to... Oh, he's going to the box now. Not surprising, but he looks like he got away with it, as you can see. That's definitely a call. You can't taunt your opponent after he does that. There's no question about it. You can hear some angry cries, and there's really no reason for anyone to be surprised by this, as the goaltender they call Woogie heads to the penalty box. He'll open the door, so he's got to leave the bench, leave his friends behind, and really there's no surprise here. We're going to see what the call is. Head contact is the call against Lane. That would be a 2. Receive, that's a 2 and 10. Just not a decision you want to make if you're Parker, though, and one he'll learn from and inevitably grow from after when he eventually moves up the ranks. A real solid player, just not necessarily the wisest decision, but we'll now see serving penalty. It's a 2 and 10 right now. Leno was called for both. We're going to get you the number of who's serving it. If this is a 2 and 10, still might be an offsetting 2-minute minor, so it could be even strength regardless. Now, that could take the form of a 4-on-4. Oh! He's gone. And a kid with a C on his sweater. Robert Leno is done for the night. Right now, there's 2 minutes on the clock, so it looks like the Friars would, if that board is correct, be heading to the kill. Leno was also called for roughing. Parker was called 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. So that's how we get the power play. That's a big loss for the Friars, too. Looking at the season just for Leno, who's been a tremendous player. He's moved up the ranks. Only 4 points. He's a really solid skater. He's a big physical presence, and on a team like this where they don't necessarily need him for that much, it's a big loss. And more than that, it puts them on the kill. Alec Giacompi will also score the penalty. A loss in his own right as the Bulls win the faceoff. So they're going to get to work, set up on the power play. Neither team having much success this year on the power play. That one-time attempt won't go. So Connor Krekow will reset to Buscarino. Lone goal scorer tonight for the Bulls has it taken off his. Caden Dorian races in to rescue it. Connor Krekow tries to stuff it. Second attempt, and we get a whistle. And oh, it's pushed a little bit afterwards. The refs are going to rush in. Dorian has some words. These two teams don't like each other. These two programs don't like each other. For 3 years straight, these two teams, not the rosters in particular, played in the JV finals. The Bulls came away with it each time. At the varsity level, it seemed like the Bulls had finally taken that rivalry to the next step and started their own dynasty. As that from Atlanitis at the point is blocked Shot turned aside, loose in front. It's loose in front, and they still can't get it on. Connor Krakow sends that one wide. Christian will chase. Shot from the point, turned aside. Rebound is loose. Hubert gets it covered. He got pushed into the netminder. There's no bad blood this time, or not much, as Krakow really did a good job getting himself out of that situation. Dorian wants to call for Krakow being pushed into the net. But the Friars and the Bulls at the JV level have not been trading championships. It's been one-sided. But at the varsity level, Friars won 3 of the last 4. They won last year against the Bulls varsity squad. Nicholas Avlanitis' brother John was on that roster that lost last year, as the Bulls now look to go D to D. Mascarino will inch in on the backhand to the slot. That pass ends up being partially intercepted, now thrown out of the zone. But there's bad blood between these two organizations. And while some players have a relationship to guys on the varsity squad, others just don't want to be on the losing end of this terrific rivalry, as Avlanitis gets taken down on the zone entry. Back from Dorian. Darby gets a piece of it, looking for the rest of it. But the play is broken up. Avlanitis in the left wing. Looks across. Mascarino, one-timer. Not a lot on that one. And he knows it. He's looking up at the heavens, or should I say the roof, at the rinks in Hauppauge. It's a game of inches, especially when these two teams play. And really, over the last few years, the Friars dynasty era really starting Monteleone's time with the team and then continued after he left. That one's sent into the rafters. It all runs down. The guys, they look up to the guys 5 years older than them, 6 years older than them. And it all comes to an end. And both these teams, they have JV squads. They have 2 JV squads. So it's a competitive process just to get here. And you better believe this game is one of the most competitive they'll play this season, as that shot from Darby's punched out by Serpico. 10 seconds remaining on this power play. Bulls leading. And open ice check, but Lawler is the one who goes down. That one's put in on sides. Corsione couldn't check up in time. Friars back to 5 on 5. To the outside. Wraparound attempt. Doesn't go. 8:30 remaining. Dancing in. Play was broken up. Healy looking for another game winner in this series. Second of 2 meetings in this JV division, as Post Arena beats one man. Sent to the front. It's loose in the slot, but the Friars recover. They now head up ice. They have numbers. If they hurry, they don't. Bulls on the back check. Take away what would have been a 3-1. That shot off the outside of the bar. Game of inches. Eight minutes remaining. Bulls whipping this one up the wall. Up, but not out of the zone. Just not enough on that one. Thrown back in by the Friars. That was Palladino. Beneath the goal line, Bulls take it away. Centering pass. Entering. Pass intended for Kircher. Puts it through his legs, unable to settle it, and that pass was just too far behind him for him to recover. Sent up and out of the zone. Recovered. Lucido has it, or had it rather. Bulls now regrouping, and Friars on the attack. Bulls chasing, walking in, passes behind, and that means the Friars get a reprieve. Evelyn is trying to shovel that one ahead. He can't. He's a speedster with not a lot of size, and showed on that board battle as he just tried to poke it ahead and didn't have enough support. Oscarino to the outside, has it poked off his stick. To the point, shot deflected, off on it. Friars escorted out. Bulls now regroup. Stretch saucer pass across. Zone entry broken up. Good effort, but unable to control it. Now Christian Krakow will change for Smithtown Hauppauge. Friars regrouping and now heading up ice. Ladling that one ahead, and it ends up beneath the goal line. Some contact. 2 players go down. Friars recover. Bulls get it right back. Connor Krakow across. His pass was partially deflected. Christian Krakow got the rest of it as it trickled through anyway. Now Caden Dorian to the outside. His shot turned aside. Rebound off of Hubert. And by the Friars, leading up towards the point. Both players sit, and the Friars recover it. Anthony Aspromonte. He lost it, the one-time attempt for the Friars. Joseph Camastro, we won't be talking about that one anytime soon. Teammates might. Puck now comes out of the zone. Munch off the wall. Some physicality there. Neither player called. Kircher on the forecheck. Friars and Bulls trading blows, trading chances, but it's really been more of the former than the latter. Darby dancing, and his shot turned aside. Saved by Serpico, but we get a whistle on a stoppage. There just wasn't a lot of real estate there. We're going to see what the call is, and as one player exits the box, that being none other than Walker, he was stuck in the box because of an extended period without a stoppage. We're going to see another Bull head to the box, that being number 68, Connor Krakow. Remember, he scored in the game last time these two teams played. We're going to get you what the call is. It was 5-on-5 before. It will now head to a power play for the Friars, and that comes with 4:57 remaining. So we're waiting on the call there. Penalty kill for the Bulls. Both teams have been tremendous in that regard, and we continue on. Friars regrouping, 15 seconds killed off. Not towards the front, that one's deflected. Bulls have not much in terms of play scoring this year, neither do the Friars, as we've said, but now St. Anthony's looking to get to work. 4:15 remaining. Wraparound attempt turned aside by Serpico. He's going to get that pretty much every time as it's sent off the wall. Unfortunate bounce for the Bulls. Fortunate for the Friars. Enters well off sides. The faceoff comes out of the zone. Just 4 power play goals credited for the Friars this year, and 6 for Smithtown Hauppauge. So like I've said, neither team particularly lighting the lamp in that regard. Liam Healy in the face-off circle outside the zone. The face-off is controlled by the Friars. Darby reset D to D. Gets it right back. And now enters, trying to dangle through everyone, and ends up leaving the puck behind to the surprise of no one. Battle along the wall. Darby gets a second chance. Now to Aspromonte, and then to Corsione. So the Bulls get a clear, but Munch gets the puck just past the red line. Now re-enters to the outside. Circling, 30 seconds remaining on this power play. 3:23 remaining in the game. Friars pass to Darby. Has it poked off his stick. He covers it nicely. Pushed to the outside by Corsione. Walks in, his shot well wide. Battle of the Ace was won by Darby that time, narrowly. Munch made a couple moves, ended up moving it along into the corner. Now dancing in a shot. And they score! 2 seconds remaining on this power play. An improbable goal. And leading the line, Nick Lawler. His second of the game. His 8th of the season. Bulls, Dorian heading over to talk to the officials. I think they wanted a high stick on this one. It looked like it was batted down, but the officials don't seem like they're hearing it. So we'll have a face-off at center. Face off again. Giacompi in the circle. Matched up against Buscarino. A 2-1 game on the LI Sports Network. The last time these two teams faced, they went to overtime. Healy with the assist on the potential game winner. Bulls looking to regroup, reset. Under 3 minutes to score. We get a whistle and a stoppage. Face-off came outside the Bulls zone. One forward by Giacompi. Recovered by Smithtown Hauppauge. Walking in now, a shot from Welter is turned aside. It's been a goaltending duel between these two squads. Bear has the upper hand as that one's backhanded up, soccered back into the zone. Great play at the line. Puck now comes out, but the Friars have it. It's one thing to have a zone exit. It's another one to have a controlled exit. And now the Friars re-exit that shot. Ends up being deflected wide. Friars circling. Munch turns, fires. That one ramped off a stick, lanced off the glass. Recovered by St. Anthony's. The Bulls trying to force it free and unable to do so initially. Stretch pass. 2-on-2. Back checker. Helps take away the opportunity. Krakow forced to shoot it. It was blocked, and now the Friars have forced it out. The Bulls now have a chance to regroup. And they need it. 3-on-3. Krakow streaking towards an Avalonitis. This pass intended for Pardini, who had already been cutting towards center, so the opportunity never came to pass for Krakow, as one sent all the way down. Timeout on the ice. We'll be right back after a quick break on the LI Sports Network, your home for Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. Bulls taking every last second they'll be given, but they won't be given any more. They got to head to the ice. It's not a question. It's just what has to happen. Face-off came to the right. Or excuse me, to the left of Hubert. Again, the ejection of Robert Leno has spurred on a successful kill and a lot of momentum for the Friars. They get the zone exit. Coming in empty net. It's shot in, and that's no doubt about it. The Friars looking like they're going to escape this one. It's 3-1. Bulls just unable. You can see the Friars celebrating as they head all the way down, and Liam Healy, last time he had the game winner, this time he's got the insurance goal. Bulls on their heels in disarray. Friars win it forward. Just a chip and chase game for now. 1:08 remaining. They're going to move to 11-1, move into sole possession of first, and the Bulls. It could come down to tiebreakers for second place with East Islip. Again, East Islip has a win over the Friars, 7-1, and a probable one at that as the Friars re-enter. And that play is broken up. Bulls not looking to give up another one here in the final minute of regulation. Friars looking to add insult to injury. Darby holding it in, takes the hit, but battles through to the front. Serpico with the stop. 33.7 seconds remaining in the third period. We take a look at the JV standings. Friars will move into first. West Islip and St. Anthony's JV Gold and East Islip all battling for that third place spot. .22 seconds remaining. In the end, these two teams are more likely than not to face in the JV finals. Nick Lawler, the hero tonight. 2 goals, including the game winner. And that'll do it on the LI Sports Network. St. Anthony celebrates. Smithtown Hauppauge goes home. Just another game in the books between these two storied teams. And each class of players leaves their own mark on that legacy. Here tonight, JV Gold leaves theirs, sweeping the season series, Smithtown Hauppauge JV Red. You've been watching JV action in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, LI Sports Network. For my producer, Rowan Laddick, my name is Jackson. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. One last game on the docket for us, and that will be Middle Country versus Ward Melville in the varsity division. But for those of you presumably getting a good night's sleep, enjoy the rest of your night. Final score, 3-1. St. Anthony's JV Black over Smithtown Hauppauge JV Red.